All right, there was some technical difficulties. Can you hear me? Yeah? Good. All right, that's what British sounds like for a start. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this bloody thing ain't working. Fuck it, we'll carry on. All right, so Dan, happy birthday. Everyone up there, listen up. We got about 10 to 15, oh, thank you. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes to make you smarter now than when you came in, so I'm going to try and do my best. But let's start off with a little test. All the guys in the house, stand up. All the girls in the house, stand up. Anyone confused, stand up. All right, so bear with me. Come on, get out of this light. You're walking down the road, you walk past an office building, you walk in the elevator, go up, there's a reception desk. You walk past the receptionist, you're milling around the office, and you look through the glass doors, the glass walls, and there's a girl in there. She's hitting the old keyboard, answering the email. She's got a pile of paperwork with her. She's got her phone in there, got coffee. She's working hard. So what do? You kick the door through, you barge in, you go, get your coat, let's fuck. Now, stay standing if you think that would work. Stay standing if you think that's appropriate. I'll get your number later. Why is this the way we communicate every damn day? We are taught, we are brainwashed that we are in an ADD society. We are told you've got to get your message out there and hook the person within 3 seconds or they're gone. And I'm here to tell you that's fucking bullshit. Absolute crap. If you're selling hamburgers, that works for you. But if you're selling stuff with multiple digits on the paycheck, that doesn't work. It absolutely does not. Every day, we're putting out messages that jump into you at your office space when you're busy and tell you to comply, tell you that you need to buy my shit. I'm here to tell you that's wrong. Here's a little gig for you. The world population, as of this morning, give or take a few deaths and births, is over 7 billion. There's studies out there that have actually told us that there are 10% of the planet that will buy anything you have. Pile of dog shit, doesn't matter. There's 10% of the world that just loves you. It's 10%, therefore, that hates you. And 80% can't make their mind up either way. I'm here to tell you we don't even have to worry about the 80%, because if you actually took this at $15 per person, you would have $11.5 billion. Is that enough for you to have a good life? I would like to find out, does anyone here have $11.5 billion? Not yet. I like your answer. I'm going to tell you why you're not getting there. Now, does anyone here know what I do for a living?
Make dreams come true.
All right, for those that don't, I work with Elon Musk, I work with the Pope, I've sent people down to see the Titanic, I've sent people up into the International Space Station, and Forbes called me the real-life Wizard of Oz. Any more than that shit, Google it, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to tell you how I'm able to communicate and do so much wonderful stuff. Because I know what you have and what you don't have. The bottom line is, there's only 3 reasons why you don't have nearly 11.5 billion. You either have the wrong product, you have the wrong client, you have the wrong message. How many times are you trying to sell something and you've developed it, you've designed it, but because you've been poor-ass broke, which let's be honest, who in here has not been poor-ass broke? I've been poor-ass broke a few times. Everyone here had money all their fucking life? No. We know what it's like to be poor more than we do to be rich. And the amount of people I see when I consult clients that actually then take that product, and because they're so used to being poor, what do? They sell it to people that can't afford them. That's the worst problem you've got. Who here's married? Long time relationship, all right? So we're told that you've actually got to speak to someone within 3 to 6 seconds to grab them. So here's an example. I like motorcycles and whiskey. Okay? What red-blooded male doesn't? So I walk up to my wife, who I met her when she was 16, I was 17. We've been together forever. Claire, I love you. You walk up to her and you go, I'm buying a new bike, deal with it. Now, anyone out here with 2 brain cells, can they tell me how they think that conversation's gonna go? Where do you think I'm sleeping tonight? Or maybe for the next few nights, okay? So what do? We go there, we walk past our wife, our significant other, and go, hey, you look nice. Have you done something with your hair? You're looking buff. Are you working out without telling me? Do you know what I've always felt would really connect us more? Yeah, riding through Malibu, you know, maybe in, I don't know, a bike. You start this game, don't you? You seduce the person you want from. Does anyone honestly think they're in a relationship that they could walk up to their other half and go, hey, I'm getting this, male or female, I'm going to get this, and think it would work? Because I'm telling you that if it does, you're not in a joint relationship, you're not in a partnership. What all the speakers have here in common, apart from startling good looks? Myself and Sean, obviously, are the most exemplary models of that. And we got Bradley coming up, which is working towards it. We all know how to communicate. It doesn't matter if it's the Pope, Elon Musk, Richard, any of these people, they actually know the exact same thing. And do you know the daft thing? So did you at the age of 5. And as Sean was saying so brilliantly, you got it beaten out of you as you got older. When we were 5 years old, we'd walk onto the playground, and how many people here have got kids? How many of you like them? I got 3 kids. It depends on what day of the week it is, which 2 I actually like. But as they're younger and you kind of like kick them into the playground, they go and play with their mates. And what do we do as shitheads? We turn around and go, what about that little boy over there? And your kid turns around and goes, oh no, he smells. And what do? We go, no, go and play with him, you know? And we start that shit. Me, I play with people I like. If I don't like, I move on. Don't care, too old. I want a good life and I want an easy life. I don't want friction to try and be someone I'm not, to get someone into my business that isn't gonna sit well. How many of us have clients or people in our workforce that, let's be blunt, we just don't like? Get rid of them. Get them the fuck out of here. Honestly, go on YouTube, look up something called the chug test. That's my video. Adhere by it, you'll be a happier person. There is no one in my circle of clients or in my life that I'm not happy to spend time with. If I was not happy to be here with Dan and the icons that are all over here, and there's some really smart people up there, the speakers, but you know something, and they will agree to this, there's 10 times smart people down here. There's absolutely some icons in the audience with you here that I came down and was just mingling around, people that you wouldn't believe. Dave Ackerman, you know, he's a brilliant guy. You've got to get to know some of the people around you, because I'm telling you, you are 2 seats away from someone that can change your life. And you need to learn how to communicate with them if you want to get further. It's the only talent, it's the only thing you still can't download an app for. And it'll never change. We need to be able to communicate. I'm going to tell you what you need to be able to communicate that you knew at 5 that you lost. It's the 3 E's. Engage, entertain, and educate. This is how you have a conversation. You engage the person. You talk to them. Education can go both ways. I really like your belt. Where did you get your belt from? Let them educate you. That's education within a conversation. There is nothing easier to start a conversation than to get the other person to talk about them or what they like. Hey, the amount of times I've worked with people, I worked with Elton John. First conversation I ever had with him was not to go, hey, you know, it's a great pleasure to be with you. It's great. What still keeps you going, and why are you doing this charity, the Elton John AIDS Foundation? I got him to tell me what he was passionate about. I think it's like 8 years later now, and I'm still working with the guy. I actually wrote a book and put in this about how I did these things and how I, shall we call it manipulation for want of a better way, to get to the people that I wanted to get to. I actually had one of my clients come up to me and they said to me, I saw in your book that you laid out how to get to somebody. Is that what you did to get to me? And I turned around to him and I went, it is. Because I felt a relationship with you would be so important, I wasn't willing to leave it to chance. Is that okay? And the guy was like, yeah, that's great. And he walks off. You've got to use the 3 E's in everything you do. If you're just engaging the person, but you're not giving them anything, you're not educating them. Okay? End of conversation. Think about the people that you're dealing with on a daily basis and how it works. Those are the 3 you need. Now, we had the social people up here. And I'm here to tell you quite openly, with every platform we've got today, it's given us the ability to communicate badly. If you think tweeting someone going, drink tonight, 11 o'clock, is actually going to do it, why don't you video text it and send it over going, hey, drink tonight, 11 o'clock, so much more is given out. Social is not a replacement for interaction. Now, I want to keep this short and sweet, and I want to give you one final nugget to remember before I bail out of here. I want you to focus on your communication. I want you to try not to email people. I want you to try to do something with your iPhone that is fucking ridiculous. Try phoning someone with it. Okay? That's how you make it. Gonna give you one last nugget before I leave. Saying fuck does not make you authentic. Being you, that's what makes you authentic. This is me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm out.